Hey, first and foremost, we're gonna give a big shout out to Evan.
Tavernier, Florida, an extraordinary tale emerges as a woman's ex-boyfriend employs cunning tactics in pursuit of his desire.
I'm sorry, he look like he drinks a lot. I bet you. Look, you can tell by his ass. That this left one, yeah, he like you drink.
Law enforcement's riveting investigation.
Stuff, bro. Like that'll violate that order quick. But also, I found out the hard way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know, yeah, man. But she can. But what's messed up, what's twisted and messed up about it, she can contact you. It makes no damn sense. She can contact you, but you can't contact her. So if she contact you, and you can't contact her, but then she go back and say to the court, it's goofy. It's goofy.
Directly or indirectly. Since the restraining order was served, an investigation revealed that he had been disregarding it by making numerous calls, sending texts, and mailing USB devices containing messages to the female. Additionally, he was using a phone application that altered the display number, effectively concealing his true identity when making contact. But first, let's take a second to hear from today's sponsor, Sheriff's Office, and submitted a collection of mails, voice recordings, and videos that demonstrated Claude's continuous attempts to contact her. These pieces of evidence depicted him trying to persuade the female to withdraw the restraining order against him. Notably, in one of the calls, Claude...
You just gave the state's attorney more evidence to smoke you. You smoked.
Went to the extent of using a robot voice in an effort to conceal his identity. However, that didn't quite work. In late March 2022, the Sheriff's Office dispatch received a call on its non-emergency line from an individual claiming to be an off-duty New York State trooper who reported a possibly intoxicated driver driving recklessly.
Sheriff's Office, this is Ashley.
I'm a state trooper from another state. I'm reporting a drunk driver driving northbound on overseas highway. Like, this person's very drunk.
Okay.
Like,
give me the description of the vehicle.
It's a white truck.
Do you know what type of truck, what make?
I'm trying to stay away, but this person's really drunk. It's a white Toyota.
And what are they doing? Just failure to maintain lane?
Yeah, they're swerving everywhere.
Okay. What's your last name?
Conan.
And your first name?
Zachary. Yeah, I'm still behind it, and they're swerving really bad. I'm not even kidding.
All right.
You got a cop over here?
There's somebody else dispatching that information out.
Okay. Yeah, she's wicked. I'm telling you right now, this person is wicked drunk. Oh, my God.
While the alleged drunk driver was passing deputies on routine patrol, they noticed the reported vehicle being closely followed by a white vehicle, which then pulled over to the shoulder. Shortly afterward, Claude emerged from the driver's seat and dashed towards the deputy's patrol car. He made the claim that his ex-girlfriend was driving while intoxicated and promptly asked the deputies not to inform her about his call or conversation with them. Deputies soon conducted a traffic stop on Claude's ex-girlfriend and had her
Wait, is this the same ex-girlfriend that he had the domestic charge against, or... I'm lost. Let me...
undergo standardized field sobriety tests. The female victim voiced her suspicion that Claude was behind the traffic stop and harassing her. In the end, she showed no signs of impairment and was released.
Ma'am, you can put your foot down and go back to your truck. We'll get you out of here in just a second, okay? We had an off-duty law enforcement.
If you want to learn how to edit it really well from professional Hollywood editors, we're going to show you the stuff that nobody else is teaching.
You ain't gonna show nobody nothing.
An officer call you in.
Hey, so is they saying that? Let me go back.
The female victim voiced her suspicion that Claude was behind the traffic stop and harassing her. In the end, she showed no signs of impairment and was released.
Wow.
Ma'am, you can put your foot down and go back to your truck. We'll get you out of here in just a second, okay? We had an off-duty law enforcement officer call you in. That's why we had stopped.
So okay. So her ex-dude was following her truck, right? Or for the police to know where she was, he must have been following her in his car, pretending to be a police officer. Dude, you gotta be the most, bruh. It ain't even worth it, man. It's not even worth it. Like but you know what? These weak ass man, I'm telling you, bruh. Just weak. You gotta follow your ex-woman around, bruh. He was a lame in school. He a lame now, for real. He a big lame. He a simp. He a big ass simp. Like, it don't make no sense for you to follow the girl you was with. Okay, hey, even if she is moved on, she moved on. Let her move on. You need to do the same thing too. But clearly you can't. You know what I'm saying? So, man, he get the Simp of the Day award.
An off-duty law enforcement officer.
Then you try to pretend to be a cop. And you know that when you call, they take your number down. Goofy.
Observe the violations, which is why we stopped to check on you. Okay, so I understand, I guess, a little bit if you're on your phone, but you have to understand maybe we thought you were impaired.
I totally get it.
And we really do appreciate your cooperation.
I totally get it.
She's fine. Do we have anything else, or can I release her? Yeah, she's good.
I know she was.
Thereafter, a sergeant with the sheriff's office spoke with Claude by phone. Upon being asked what agency he worked for, he stated he had another call and hung up. Given the gravity of the incident, the sheriff's office conducted a thorough investigation.
See, now you done let that. Hey, now you let the sheriff, a real police officer, do an investigation on your dump. You stupid.
Detectives managed to trace the phone number used to make the...
He looked like he would. He'd be like, yep, I got nothing else better to do. Donna done put the kids to sleep, and I'm going to be, you know... It looked like I'm about to sit up in my office, in my study, and I'm gonna I can't even say Google search. I'm going to go on the Nexus Lexus. I don't know.
Fake DUI report, only to find that it belonged to a phone application designed to block the user's display number, ensuring anonymous calls. Despite this obstacle, the detectives persisted in their investigation. In due course, the detectives successfully acquired records from the phone application company, revealing the 911.
You ain't out stopping no damn government agency, man. Like, he got connections that I ain't gonna have. He definitely ain't got these type of connections. Look at him. that lazy eye. He look happy to eat. Yeah.
One call made from Claude's account with the company. Furthermore, they reached out to the New York State Police and confirmed that there was no
because they need jurisdiction, possibly.
Trooper by the false name originally provided by Claude.
Okay.
Claude was then contacted again by the sheriff's office, where he provided several excuses for the audio recording.
He clear. That's Wisconsin.
Of him, such as the female victim stealing his therapy folder from his bedroom, which contained audio recordings of him. When asked if the original file would be on his computer, he said he had deleted it. They explained to him that the evidence does not support his claim, and that he may have gone too far trying to get the restraining order dropped. At the end of March 2022, a warrant was obtained for Claude's arrest due to him violating the restraining order, and he eventually turned himself in.
Multiple times and impersonated a police officer.
During the subsequent interview, Claude evaded answering questions by asserting that he was the victim, claiming that his ex-girlfriend had abused him for years, and stating that he was fearful and dealing with PTSD. When the investigators played...
I mean, you know what? I'm not going to rule that out. I can't say that ain't true, but that don't give him the right to, you know, do what he's doing. Hold on, let me get this. I'm in my old school chair today, y'all. Yeah, man. Oops. I'm in my old school chair today. Yeah. Alright.
Played the 911 recording, in which he falsely portrayed himself as an off-duty state trooper. Claude denied making the call. Although he admitted knowing the person responsible for the call, he refused to disclose that information. He was shortly released on a surety bond. Following further investigation in late June 2022, Another arrest warrant was issued for Claude, this time for the offense of impersonating a police officer.
Got his ass. I told you, impersonate a police officer. You can't. They finna smoke him now.
11th, 2022. Claude reached out to the sheriff's office and arranged to meet at a designated location in order to turn himself in on the warrant.
The return says warrant for impersonating an official, and then also a protection order. Who's the one that put out the warrant? MCSO? Us?
Detective O'Neill.
I don't know what it's for or why, but that doesn't sound good. What's the warrant for?
Impersonating an official.
Okay, for what? What'd you do?
My cousin and I called the cops on her for following me, stalking me out with a current restraining order. She was drunk, and they came and let her go, drunk, and literally escorted her.
Hey, you know what's that, is the right word a narcissist? He said...
For what? What'd you do?
My cousin and I called the cops on her.
My cousin and I called the cops on her.
For following me, stalking me out with a current restraining order. She was drunk.
She was drunk.
And they came and let her go, drunk.
Drunk. He emphasized that drunk. Hey, dude is a trip, man. I've dealt with people like this before, man. They no good.
They escorted her into her building.
So how does that fall into you impersonating an
Because
official?
my cousin called, my whole entire family's cops, right?
So hold on. Your whole entire family cops, but they ain't make this call? Why would you choose to be one of them then? Stupid. You ain't thinking, man. You lying out his ass.
Like literally everybody but me. My cousin was with me in the car on vacation. This is how it went down. I was driving.
He said, hold on. He said, all right, look, so check it out. I'm going to give you the script, and this is how everything happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is what he saw. We was coming back from vacation. We was trying to kick it, and we saw this white truck that just magically happened to be my ex-girlfriend on the side. Like, he finna go into details. Hold on, let me write this up.
Let her go, drunk, and literally escorted her into her building.
So how does that fall into you impersonating an
Because
official?
my cousin called, my whole entire family's cops, right? Like literally everybody but me. My cousin
Everybody
was with
but him.
me in the car on vacation. This is how it went down. I was driving full out of the Big Chill every day like clockwork. You can bet your ass she's gonna know where I am. In fact, she tells O'Neill where I am, finds me at my job, and then tells him, and then he comes to talk to me. And I've been on my best behavior. I pull out, she cuts me off, and probably so drunk didn't even know it was me. Drives into the mangroves, and then back onto the highway, and she's an alcoholic.
Without crashing?
Dude, she is a complete alcoholic, but like without crashing, swerving, you know, driving like off the side of the road. So my cousin...
Bruh, ain't no way. Now, I seen some people, you know, I ain't seen. I've heard of stories. I know of a couple stories. I was never one of those stories where somebody overdrank that they still be somewhat buzzed and can make it home. But that's like 3 out of 10 or 2 out of 10. It ain't that big high of a number because you got to count so many different factors in the distance, the weather, you know, unless you got God on your side, I don't know. Y'all need Jesus. Y'all need Jesus. For real. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that many people that can actually say, hey, I drove a car drunk and made it home safe. Like, I don't know that many people. I heard of a handful of stories that I can count on one hand. Like, one hand, I can count that many. It ain't that many.
Why would you not call? She's called the cops like 80 times when she's trying to steal your house. I said, you call. You're a cop.
Where does he work?
New York. He calls.
This man said, New York. You trying to remember a lie? Hell nah, bruh.
Didn't give his real name.
Okay.
Swear to God.
Bro, you capping.
26 years old. And she said...
If he's a law enforcement officer out of New York, why the hell he wouldn't give his real name knowing that if the stop is legit, right, they're going to want to subpoena him to come to court to testify what he saw. And if he can't show up, because he's the main witness, the case is going to get thrown out.
Well, that's just my ex calling. So I got arrested for that because O'Neill said that it was me on the phone.
Did it come
It
from
was
his
you.
phone or your phone?
It was you.
A different phone, but it showed O'Neill has my phone calling his phone, calling.
What?
You know, because we're connected from the phone. I got arrested for that because O'Neill said that it was me on the phone.
Did it come from his phone or your phone?
It came from a different phone, but it showed O'Neill has my phone calling his phone.
He got my phone calling his phone, calling a phone.
You know, because
what?
From the phones because he retrieved my phone records. So he has something, but he doesn't have like proof that it's my voice.
Are you telling on yourself now?
It was your phone, but without you actually being on the line.
Right. It's not, you know, what am I going to do? I mean, it's not my voice, so...
She really
tried. 15 times coming down my blog. Like, I'll be at the food store with kids, she'll pull right next to my truck and go inside, and then I'll come out, she'll sit next to me and literally panic me. Of course, my whole life is a TV show. I have a dash cam. My house is lit up with cameras.
Smart.
And no matter how much stuff I show Judge Garcia, he just denies the motion.
You've already tried showing that she's the one that's contacting
Man,
you.
they really dealing with him.
So that's the sucky thing about like protection
She
orders.
actually came in my house and told me she was going to kill me on camera. I have the video, and then literally looked and smelled my bed sheets, went in my bathroom, went through my drawers, and left. Called the cops.
I was gonna say
lied on police record, said that I came to her house.
You didn't show them that?
I did. I gave it to Judge Garcia. He said she wants to feel safe. I'm going to make her feel safe for 2 years.
No, I know, but what they do about that? Her entering your home. Were you guys still married at the time, or together, or like living together?
She lived in a different apartment. She lied on record, and the cop even wrote it on the paper. Said she lied. And they didn't do anything about it. And now this guy's destroying my life, like literally ruining my life. I'm a single dad. I have my kids by myself at home.
Is it kids in common or no?
No, oh God. She just wants money. She called me and asked for $80,000 and sent a phone call to Officer O'Neill and said that I had contacted her, and I still got arrested.
So they just confirmed your warrant. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take your hat off, make sure take everything out of your pockets. Hey.
You're right.
Why did you turn yourself in on your birthday?
Because he was going to come to my house and make a spectacle in front of my family. I think this is her last shot. So she only has 10 more days to respond to the lawsuit, or she loses by default.
Yikes.
So it's like there's a lot of money on the line, though.
Right.
A lot.
Ultimately, Claude was charged with felony counts of aggravated stalking, impersonating a law enforcement officer, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, misdemeanor counts of misuse of the 911 system, and false report of a crime. Lastly, his bond was set at $75,000.
So 10% of that, $7,500, he bonded out. More than likely, he ain't gonna do nothing about a misdemeanor, not even a year. He probably gonna get 6 months. 3 months.
Head over to
All right, y'all, man. With that, I appreciate y'all tapping in, tuning in with your guy. Yeah, so other than that, we about to wrap this up. Appreciate y'all. Tune in for the next video. Peace.